It is Sunday morning right now, and it is 9:14, and I just want to say thank you to all of our followers.
Yes. Mm-hmm. 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 Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome back to The Real. I'm Michelle. This is Shayne.
Welcome.
What do you want to talk about today?
I don't know. First, hopefully I have fixed somebody had made a comment as far as the stereo tunage, I'd figured out, and I had heard it myself, that when I would talk, my sound would come out one speaker, and then you would come out the other speaker. So I can understand where, especially if you have headphones on, or maybe in your car, it sounds weird because only one, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hopefully we got that situation fixed where it comes out stereo, where our annoying ass voices are just coming at you full blast, right?
Yeah.
So that way it's at least somewhat bearable, if it's not at least enjoyable. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
I mean, think about it. That'd be like if we're laying in bed and I'm just whispering in one ear constantly. It's got to be annoying, right?
It is.
So you got to switch
all
sides.
the time. No, I'm joking.
Well, that's why I switch sides. I spit in the other one.
Oh my God. What, Willie?
Now, hopefully we fix that. So, there I go saying, this is the last thing I wanted to say. I want to first start out by saying thank you to all of our followers on Instagram, TikTok. We've been able to do certain things as far as, planning vacations, and we've had a couple sponsored deals and stuff like that. But none of it would have been possible if we didn't have followers that enjoyed our content or anything like that. So
Agreed.
This morning, it is Sunday morning right now, and it is 9:14, and I just want to say thank you to all of our followers.
Yes, thank you.
For at least enjoying somewhat of our content. And if you don't and you're a troll, you can go fuck yourself.
Oh my God.
What? We've already covered
full blast.
Well, we have to. We've already covered the fact that I'm blunt. So I mean, in the last episode with the introvert, or 2 episodes ago. So This is episode 5 of The Real.
Oh wow.
Which is pretty insane because it's 5 weeks and how fast it's gone.
It's true.
I mean, and this is all new to us too.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I'm still trying to figure out this crap, for recording, as far as making sure it's stereo, making sure people, doing stuff that's enjoyable. I don't want to get into anything too serious and make things funny, so.
Well, it's very helpful when we have feedback, too.
Oh, yeah.
If we're needing to fix something, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. I mean, I give you a lot of feedback.
Curve.
Like we give each other feedback, like, hey, you're being fucking stupid. Like, oh, I guess I can fix that. I'll stop being stupid. Never works out that way.
Should. What are we going to talk about today?
I said, I didn't do the but I was heading that direction.
Yes, you were.
I fucking hate, I don't know why I say so much. Like, I really don't get it. I noticed in a couple past videos, and I had to cut out a couple of them. That sounded like a couple of them. I had to cut out a couple of them, because it does when you're trying to delay that, or trying to make up for that space, like as a filler. But I had watched a video on, I think it was on TikTok, and this person was saying, sometimes that pause is okay. Mm-hmm. It's better than filling it with, or trying to fill it just with these little words.
Yeah.
So, it's okay if you sit there and go,
all right.
Then go into it, so you have that thought process, so you're not sounding stupid, so to speak. But it's not, to me, it's not really stupid. It's just, I'm trying to gather those thoughts and move on to the next. So that is like the filler word. I'm just so used to it, and it's hard to break that habit.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll just see how it goes. I'll try to do better at that, and maybe do dramatic pauses and see. Did you just make duck face at the, what are you doing, duck, or
I don't
kissy
know.
face? What is that, your in between pauses?
Probably.
Doing DSLs, like you're saying.
No.
You're such a turd. Are you sleeping better now that you got your big ass body pillow?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. You
Yes,
woke me up
so
last night, like, I think you were humping it or thrusting against it. What
Would
were you
you
doing?
stop with that shit?
I don't understand the whole I need it down my body thing.
Because I have to prop my leg up, so it's not like, because I'm a side sleeper. So imagine like your leg, like the hip and your leg, creating back pain because that's putting stress on there. So if you put the pillow, prop it up, It's like all aligned.
I mean, we could have done other things to prop your leg up.
No, you don't like me touching you when you're
No,
sleeping.
we could have done other things to prop your legs up.
Oh, yeah. But you're not going to do that the whole night, so...
I don't know. We drink enough alcohol, maybe take a couple pills of something. I mean...
At some point, we have to sleep,
So speaking of that, we can talk. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about intimacy.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So, do you ever worry that someday down the road we're just going to be like sitting there looking at each other? You know what I mean, or just talking and like no sex is involved?
Okay. Well, probably when we get old.
Well,
yeah. And
I mean, we're getting there.
Your shit doesn't work, and
why is it always got to be me first?
well, because I
Don't
know.
you break down first with the whole menopause thing? Menopause.
Yeah, but I'm already preparing for that to not be an issue. That's why I get pellets.
Well, that's why I also keep lubricant in the fucking drawer.
Oh my god!
Just kind of squirt that on there with a baster or something.
Oh my gosh! No.
Well, intimacy is important. So,
Well,
like,
I mean, there's other things other than sex that, like, has intimate,
Okay,
with your partner, like kissing, holding hands, cuddling. There's a whole line of things that we could do other than sex.
Well, I understand that. I mean, I get that, but I'm like, the real intimacy part, like, when you're younger and then you're getting to a certain age, and you have your sexy time with each other and, your experiences and stuff like that. Yeah, we can hold hands and still love each other. I'm not going to say like all love is lost once, you know what I'm saying, everything's broken and doesn't work anymore. I'm just saying, I mean, maybe how much does things change? And if so, how much? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's probably dependent on the individual. Like, everybody's different. They're going to feel different. And then the stages of getting to that older age where it's kind of like, kiss, go to sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I guess I kind of worry about it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still very much attracted to you all the time, right? Doesn't matter. But I just worry that it's going to be like, oh, crap, I'm not going to be able to perform anymore. So how do I still make myself... I mean, you might still be attracted to me too, but I guess there's like different levels of attraction the way I'm seeing it. And part of in that attraction is, the intimacy as far as sex part stuff. Like, you're attracted to certain things you do with each other, right? Mm-hmm. Like, so I don't know if I'm saying this right. So it's like, so say there was like 5 things, then all of a sudden that one thing drops off. Now you only have 4. Is that sufficient enough to keep everything still intact? You know what I mean?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. I mean, and I think so too. I mean, I've seen a lot of old couples out, unless they're still banging like some champs. I mean, I don't know.
Some of them do, but, it's like all, like I said, everybody's different.
Can't you get like a rod installed in there?
And
like,
where? In you?
Yeah, just like it's constantly,
That'd be weird walking around town with like a boner.
Yeah, but I'd be old and senile at that point. Everybody would understand.
I'd be like, oh, he's just old. It's fine.
Be like, oh, it's just an old guy. I mean, they walk around with boners all the time.
No. Let's not do that.
So when you're younger, and speaking of intimacy, right? Okay, so how much of attractiveness, okay, and let's talk physical appearance,
okay,
do you think plays into a sexual factor for each other?
Like when we're younger?
Or maybe
like
even at any age.
stage.
You know what I'm saying? Like how much do you think physical attractiveness plays into sex with your partner? You know what I'm saying? Or sex with somebody that you want to be a partner. Do you think physical attractiveness, like percentage-wise, has a lot to play in it?
Maybe about half, I would say. Because there's other things that makes physical attraction, like, is okay. But there's got to be more to it.
Well, not all the time. There's some people out there that just look for the physical. Like, oh, I need me a 10. Regardless, let's say for a guy, right? If they look at it like, oh, I just want a hot chick. I don't care if she's dumb, or whatever, you know what I mean? Or, or girls the same way. Like, I want some hot guy that makes money. You know what I mean? So he looks good and he has a lot of money, but screw the personality or the humor or stuff like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that shit fades. Like, those relationships probably don't last very long. I mean, maybe they do. and maybe you got two
don't
hot
see how they
people,
would.
like two hot people that stay hot forever, even at old age, but, looks fade. You get old, you're going to get wrinkly, no matter, there's no turning back on that.
Yeah. I think there has to be a lot. It's not just, physical, like, appearance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
there's a lot more that has to be into it.
I'm looking for personality, humor, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, because if you're hot but you're fucking boring, then I'm just dumb. Then I'm probably also going to sleep with other people. Maybe I'll sleep with the funny, ugly chick and have the hot chick on the side. Who knows?
What the
I'm
fuck?
just saying, people probably do that. I'm not saying me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I won the lotto because you're funny sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, not all the
But
time.
you're beautiful. You have a great personality. So, kind of, man, I cast that lure in and I
got me.
Yeah, I got that good one out of the pond, Just saying, because there's a lot of ones with like little fins just swimming around in there, like fucking.
Oh, don't make fun of Nemo.
The shallowness in some things,
Yeah.
and I don't know. Like, okay, so like for me, you have to have humor. Like, do you think it's okay to like laugh during sex or during maybe not even during? I mean, it could be during. But like, if you
Depends.
make that joke, in part of the foreplay thing or anything like that, or
Well, okay, for example, you've done this a time.
are you gonna bring that up?
Yep, I'm going to bring that up. Like, during the middle, you're like, yeah, take that small dick. Which made me laugh because it was so random. And it made me laugh.
That was really great. Because I'm all about humor. You have to interject it sometimes. If you don't interject humor into your life, I'm sorry, but life is fucking boring. You have to, absolutely have to. So yeah, when you were on top, I'm like, yeah, you like that little dick, don't you?
So yeah, like...
It was almost like a test too, because it was like, okay, let's see how she handles it. If she laughs, then I'm good to go. If she gets mad and slaps me, hopefully we'll still continue, and then she can go. And it was
I laughed, and then we kept going, so...
yeah, it took us a minute.
Well, yeah, because
I was
we were
laughing
laughing.
so damn hard. Okay, so as far as intimacy goes and sex with partners, stuff like that, have you ever had bad sex before?
Well, sure. I'm sure that's a part of life. Everybody does.
Okay, so with that being said, if you have, let's say, you feel you're good at something, right? Like everybody feels they're good at something, right? So let's say like you and I have met, we hook up, and then I'm sitting there telling guys if I can, she's cute, funny, blah, blah, all this other stuff, but not really, it's different, but it's not what I was expecting, maybe a little different. And you could be telling your girlfriends the same thing, right?
Okay.
Okay.
You
So
trying to tell me something
about me? No.
Okay.
No. It's been 10 years, believe me. But I'm getting to that point. If that was the case, do you say, man, do you leave that as like a big check mark of, well, the sex ain't good, I don't know how this is going to last?
Well, I think it really depends, because is that person really bad? I mean,
Okay, but even if they
Can you
are,
teach?
that's what I'm
Like-
saying. Why not teach?
like, hey, let's try this. Do something different. Like maybe it's just a particular
Well,
comfort thing. I don't know.
I think it'd be hard to be open and honest to a certain extent and be like, hey, man, you kind of sucked in bed. Let's try this again. I'm going to show you a few things, right?
Okay, you
'cause-
probably don't want to say that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, you don't want to be like too blunt. Maybe some things you want to sugarcoat around, but at the same time, you want to tell them like, no, do this. So do you sit down and have a conversation about it? Or do you do it during sex and be like, go to your left, or go up or go down? You know what I mean? It just becomes a on point, hands-on instructional, you know what I'm saying? Or do you sit
Probably.
down and talk about it? Be like, I didn't like the way you were doing it this way. Let's try it this way next time we do it. And are you like, would you be the type of person to do that?
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one, because some people might be sensitive to that, and they might be like, well, fuck you, I'm out.
Yeah. Well, some people probably be like, I've never had complaints before. It's because nobody had the heart to fucking tell you. Are you still with that person? Nope. Think about it.
Well, I think you just have to read the room, really, like with your partner.
I'm glad that's a metaphor because if there's a bunch of people in the room and they're like, you got people judging and marking scorecards, like I give it a 10.
We should do that next time.
Hire a bunch of people to hold cards?
No, we just hold up cards ourselves.
You're really worried me. Sometimes the shit you say.
No, I don't want people in the room. That's weird.
Yeah, no, what's that called? Voyeurism?
Yeah, that's gross.
Is that what it?
Yeah.
Is that where you do it in front of people or like in public, or is that where
like people watch you?
Yeah, but is that where?
Yeah.
I thought voyeurism was like if we went into a public park and just started doing it.
No, I think that's something else.
I don't know. Never been into it. Never had to look at it, so I don't even care. I think talking about it, like, you know, you have to talk about it together. You know, if you really want to make it work. I think sometimes people give up too early. Like, oh, you know, no. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
I
they're
think
good.
so
You know,
too.
they're good this, good this, good this, good this, but the sex was horrible. I'm out. Right?
Yeah.
If they're good in every other thing that you're kind of looking for, you know what I'm saying? Like, you laugh together, all this other stuff, but then you leave it up to the sex portion to break it off.
Yeah, you're gonna be lonely.
I think you're kind of screwing yourself on
Yeah.
that one, right? You know, I mean, I think because then you're gonna, let's say for a female, you go out and you find some dude that has no sense of humor, or you know, just whatever the case, or you know, doesn't fit every aspect, but all of a sudden he's really good in bed. You know what I mean? And then vice versa, same for both. And it's like, what are you really taking?
Yeah.
I'd rather take the where we can mutually agree and, you know what I'm saying, be
work together.
kind of compatible, you know what I mean? And if that's the one thing, then you work together on it, right?
Well, yeah.
You know, so just like, you know, as you grow older, like as we've grown older, you know what I'm saying? Like figuring each other out, doing different things, you know. We put that swing in the room so we can see how you can. I'm just kidding. There is no swing in our room.
We do not have a swing.
She won't let me.
No, that's the stripper pole.
No, that was for you. And we don't have a big enough room to have a pole in there. We already stub our toes on laundry baskets.
Oh, whatever. Shut up.
Are you saying you don't? That's what I
No.
thought. Say long pause there. Okay. You didn't have to say
Yeah. No.
So yeah, talking to each other, I think is helpful, and then figuring each other out, what each other like, what each other don't like. Do you think it's important to fill, to a point, each other's fantasies?
Yeah, I think so. I think it really does kind of like spice things up a little bit. Now, it has to be like mutual. You can't be like, oh, I want to like.
Well, you both have to
have a menage a trois, and you know.
If you both share fantasies with each other, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You both talk about what you're comfortable in and what you're not comfortable in. Like, oh, you know, I'm not willing to do that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it comes to a certain point. You know, like you said, like the menage a trois. Be like, no, I understand. You know, maybe a fantasy of yours, but not for me, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't do it anyways.
Yeah, no.
That's like open relationships.
Too much pressure.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Like DPs? Like double penetration?
Ew,
Too much
ew.
pressure?
No.
Oh,
No,
yeah, it's
no,
gross.
no. Yeah,
You're
no.
disgusting.
You're disgusting. That's not even where I was going with that, but okay.
I couldn't fulfill certain fantasies either. You know what I mean? And I'm the same way. Like, I'd be lying if I said certain thoughts that didn't cross my mind about thinking of certain things, but actually doing them
It's completely different.
would be different,
Yeah.
right? You know, like if you're talking menage a trois, I think if you're in a strong enough relationship, you know, and you're really vested in each other, you get to that whole, if somebody else is enjoying your partner and then you start questioning, are they enjoying them more than me? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
always like in the back of your mind kind of thing,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I mean, to each their own. Like, some couples, you know, might be okay with that. I mean, for us, I know that's
If
not
they
a
do
thing.
that, though, do you really think they're vested in each other?
Oh, maybe. Like, maybe it works for them. I don't know.
To me, I always thought that if you did that, you know, if you did that in your younger days or anything like that, I mean, I get that. Everybody's young, you know, you just have like a relationship. But if, to me, and this is just my opinion, solely my opinion, it's not hating on anybody. But if you're in a relationship and you're vested in that person, if you're going to do that to where you integrate another person into that relationship, and maybe both of you enjoy that, that's fine.
Yeah.
But somebody was looking to maybe sleep with somebody else more than the other one was.
Yeah.
In my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So it's always like, yeah, you're good, but I also want to do this.
Yeah.
You know, I just and it's not a strong understanding of mine, so I'm not hating on anybody that does it. I really am not. Just not one of my things I could do.
Yeah.
I think in that part, that's where, and I'm not a jealous person,
Mm-hmm.
but that's where the jealousy would pop in for me. If that was the case, you know what I'm saying?
But what if it was two girls? It'd be different.
No, I'd still be jealous. It's still a jealousy thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm integrating somebody in the marriage. Like,
Very true.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Where
get
it's
what you're
like,
saying.
well, maybe she's enjoying her more than me. You know what I'm saying? So
I get what you're
it
saying.
still pops in the jealousy portion of it. You know what I'm saying? And not for everybody. Not for everybody. You know, to each their own. You know, everybody has their choices and everything. But
For us, I think we're good.
yeah, no, we already have enough time trying to finagle new things into our relationship. We got a book in there, a Kama Sutra book, and I'm like, I don't even understand how people do these positions. I'm not that damn flexible anymore. You're still pretty flexible. Me, not so much. Not happening. I just have my ring on the table.
I'm not that flexible. Not
I don't
anymore.
know.
Okay, not that I'm aware of. I mean, like, if I'm
I
doing
think it
some
depends
weird
on how
shit,
drunk you are.
well, maybe. Can't feel anything at that point, right?
Yeah, alcohol plays a lot into like your inhibitions,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, like, just like when we were talking about appearance, right? Like physical appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know beer goggles are real?
Are they?
Oh yeah, I know this for a fact. They're very fucking real. They're very fucking real. But because it's kind of, that's why they say don't drive a car with it. I mean, you probably shouldn't have sex while you're on alcohol either, unless you're intimately with somebody and just that person. Because you'd be like, "Damn, girl, you look good," or some chicks be like, "Damn, that dude look good." And then you wake up the next morning, you
like,
you
what
heard the term
did I
"coyote
do?
ugly," right?
Yeah.
Chew your arm off rather than wake them up, kind of thing.
Oh.
It's very, it's very real. It's very real. You almost did that with me. You got drunk when you first met me. You were like, "Oh
no,
my
I
god,
did
what am I
not.
doing?"
I did not. I met you when we were working together. I am not drinking on the job.
I beg to differ.
Okay, whatever.
You're always too chipper at work. That had to be alcohol.
No. I'm just a chipper person most of the time. Unless you piss me off, and then watch out.
No. What else do you think plays in sexual attractiveness?
Sexual attractiveness?
Like what? Like for you, if if you're a single lady, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking for it to be sexually attracted to somebody?
Don't be a douchebag. If you're gonna come up,
Some chicks are into douchebags.
Yeah, no, not me. If you're gonna be a douchebag, that's a major turnoff for me. Like if you come up and you're like all like puffy and like I'm the greatest thing to like God's gift to women. No, I don't like that.
Yeah, I was never like that.
I know.
You
That's
made me chase you. You're an asshole.
well, I have to make sure.
No, I get it.
Like, if you keep after me, it's because I know that you're trying to really be with me instead of like, oh, well.
So what if I was
like
that cocky asshole like God's gift to earth and I still chase you and stuff like that? It's like, oh my God, you're pursuing me.
Yeah, no. They don't go together. They don't align for me.
Okay.
So, if you're being a dick and trying to pursue me, that just means you have your own ego shit that you're working on, and I'm like, nope.
I can't stand snobby chicks.
Yeah.
The same kind of thing. Not really the puffy out, but the, I know I look good. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand snobby chicks. The ones that always sit there and complain. They meet all these nice guys and then turn the nice guys down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because something. It's just, no offense to you, but you guys are so fucking closed-minded to everything, so tunnel visioned on. I want this. You know what I mean?
What? Because we
It's
know what
annoying.
we want?
Oh, no, it's not a know what you want. There are so many nice guys out there. Nice guys who are caring, compassionate, humorous, willing to honestly take care of a woman that are passed up every day by some snobby bitch who is looking for the real handsome dude with money. You know what I mean? Or the dickhead that's fucking tatted from head to toe and, you know, has a criminal record that wants to treat him like shit. You know, females, I'm sorry, you guys don't know what you want at all. Ever.
That's not true.
It is. Look,
now you're being a little sexist.
no, I'm really not.
You're
not.
labeling all females. That's not.
I'm not trying to label all females. Okay, I'll take that back. There's a lot of females.
Okay.
A lot. But at the same token, you just said a minute ago, we know what we want. You included yourself in that group.
Well, I know what I want. I'm a female. So.
Yeah, so, you can't. Anyways, I'm just saying, you like. I don't know.
Okay, you can get off your soapbox.
I made
now.
my point. I'm not a soapbox.
Okay.
I made perfect sense.
No, you just went on this whole rant.
No, because it's the truth, man. Because
you act like you don't have me. What the hell?
No, like, look, you remember when we first got together, right? And then I was kind of standoffish. Like, I had walls put up, right? Mm-hmm. It's because when you get fucked over so many times, you kind of do that, right? When you're tired of being the nice guy, you start being the dickhead.
Mm-hmm. Well, I go after nice guys, so...
Well, I know, and I was nice, but I was also fearful, you know what I mean? So
well, everybody is. Everybody's
put
been
up fucking
hurt,
walls.
You know?
I'm not saying everybody hasn't. Just saying, like, for my position of it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, just, I mean, maybe sometimes I wasn't always the nicest, but, you know, I don't know.
I feel like we've gotten a little off topic here.
No, we haven't. We're completely on topic. We're completely on topic.
What, for you, like, is an attraction that can continue as we get older? Like, that keeps that intimacy.
What, between you and I?
Well, yeah. Between you, well, in general, too. I mean.
Oh, no, I like how things are going. I mean, we talk to each other. We try to keep things as intimate as possible. You know what I mean? I mean, we're pretty much set as far as that goes.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you said you worry, like, as we get older.
Oh, I just worry about the sexual part of it, you know what I mean? Where you start losing that libido, you know what I mean? And that drive to it, you know, it's like, so my thing is like, does it start from mind to body? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like, does the sexual ability and wantingness also go away from the mind as your body slowly starts, you know, hey, I can't do this anymore. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or do you sit there as, you know, do we sit there as like two old perverts looking at each other, man, you know, I wish I could do you. You know what I mean? Like, is that still in your mind?
It might be.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I guess we'll find out.
I need to go talk to some old people. No, I can't talk to my grandparents. They're passed away now, but I wouldn't ask them anyways. That's weird. You don't ask family, so.
Right? It'd be like, well, unless they're like you, like a big perv or something, then they would tell you.
I still don't think you'd ask your grandparents, but hey, man, do you ever think about doing grandma? You know what I mean? Like, nobody, I don't think anybody wants to do that, right? Like,
nobody wants to tell you.
No, you don't want to ask your parents about theirs.
Oh, hell no.
I don't want to know about my parents' stuff.
Yeah, no,
like, no.
No.
Exactly. So you just got to go to a random couple and be like, hey, you guys still do it? I'll leave that to you. You do it.
No.
You need to work up your extrovertedness.
Hey.
Not be so shy. Just ask people.
Okay, yeah, no. You forget where I work, right?
No, at the vagina store. Yeah. You can always ask people that go there.
They sometimes, I mean, that's one of the...
Well, and I'm not saying everybody does. You know, I mean, I'm not saying there's a set specific age that you start losing that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just, you know, for who knows when it's going to be lost for us. You know what I mean? Like, I just know at some point it comes to the point for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, where you kind of don't have that libido anymore. I mean, you might, you know, unless you maybe pop some pills and if your body still takes it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a vending machine and, you know, the coins are pills. You know what I'm saying? If you're not taking that pill and it's just coming in one end and going out the other, it's like, no, I don't want to take that pill. You know, it's not going to work. You know, you're not going to be able to get something to come out, right?
Oh my gosh, you're such a perv.
I'm just saying. So it's not to say that the pills work all the time.
Yeah.
You know, so, and maybe you get to the point where you're like, man, I'm not even taking a pill. Like, I don't, you know, you might have a bad back at a certain point, or, you know, you're a bent certain way. You can't do certain things anymore.
Yeah,
you know, you
I
don't
think-
have the body motions to do things, you know?
Yeah, I think at some point in life, intimacy changes to where that sex might drop off. Maybe you like to go travel and eat food and, you know, do stuff together more, and
No.
that it just kind of shifts to other things. And that's okay.
I'm just worried that when I get old, you know, my body, because your body does certain things, right? Like, so when you're hurt, it heals you, or, you know, does stuff like that, right? So for men, you know what I'm saying, when you get to that, you know, in your mind, you get to that sexual pleasure part where you want to do something, you know, blood rushes to a certain area, right?
Yeah.
Some point I'll be at the age where my body's gonna be like, hey bro, we're not gonna push blood there anymore. Like, that part of the
We're
factory
done.
is closed. We're gonna push it somewhere else because your heart's kind of going out, right? So,
Probably.
you know, but I mean,
Triaging.
so I mean, does your body just make up its mind? It's like, okay, we're gonna, you know, this part of the factory is gonna stop working, you know, here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's gotta be the same for females, right? I mean,
Oh, I'm sure.
it's not like
yeah.
you guys have anything that had, you know, blood rushing to it, but when your body does certain things to make, you know,
You feel certain ways?
your own
Yeah.
your own internal lubricant, so to speak. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, I don't know. I guess I only worry about it now because, you know, we're intimate with
still
each other,
young,
and
yeah.
we're still. You keep saying young. We're getting
Okay.
fucking older, man.
Oh,
I mean,
we're no spring chicken, but we're not. We're kind of like, we're middle age. We're not
you know,
old, but we're not young. We're just kind of like in the middle portion. So I'm sure it'll get there, but I don't think it's something we should worry about right now.
well, you kind of have to. We're only getting older. I mean, it seems like every year goes by faster and faster. You know what I mean? Like, I'm surprised you haven't traded me in for a younger model just to be like,
Yeah, no.
see if you know what I mean?
I'm too old for that shit.
Well, that ain't no shit. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't trade you in either. I just think there's too much expectation.
Right? Be like, no, I'm good. We're
That,
good.
and I can't. I mean, I'm already at 41 years old. I'm already immature enough. I don't fucking need some other fucking
This is true, but
little chick that thinks that fucking she's speaking Americanish.
Oh God, that's scary. I think we've hit a good spot where we can.
That's the point. It's hitting the spot. Well, make sure you keep hitting it, right?
On that note, I think we can close out for today and see what we can come up for next week.
You're trying to end this very quickly.
No, I'm not. What is it? 35 minutes? We're good.
No, it's not.
I think it's good.
You think it's good?
I think it's good. I think it's great.
Yeah. Way to backtrack. Way to backtrack.
Well, then I realized what you were implying, so.
Well, thank you all for listening to this very awkward episode of The Real. I don't know if it was awkward. It might have been informative.
Well, maybe a little bit of both.
Maybe too informative. I don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes. Yeah. But we all appreciate y'all tuning in. Again, we wanted to thank all of our followers, all of our listeners
Yes, thank you.
for giving us your time and sharing our day to day. So, they're fucking again. I couldn't even fucking get past it. Couldn't even not with the Couldn't
Love
even do
you.
it. I love you too. Merch link will be in the bio. Don't forget to tune in next week for the next episode. And I hope you all have a great day. And again, thank you all so much.
Yes, thank you.
Let's go.